but I think that these are, but I keep hiccuping. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video I have a Trader Joe's haul. So we got a lot of stuff today actually. We got a lot of produce. I have that all in front of me right now, and then some new frozen stuff and some new things to try. So it seemed like our Trader Joe's was like fully stocked with everything today. Like they had so many different products we haven't seen in a while, so I'm excited about that. But anyway, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's get started. So we didn't originally plan on going to Trader Joe's today. It was kind of just a last minute thing, but we figured that we could get some things. I know I needed some cheese, so that was like the most important thing, and I like to get the reduced fat cheese from Trader Joe's. So that was one of the main things we went for, but let me go ahead and run through everything. So starting with produce, I got a thing of grape tomatoes. I like to have this on hand, first of all, because they last a really long time. It's a good ingredient that I can easily chop up and just add some tomatoes to bowls, or if we're gonna be doing like Mexican pizzas or something, I could just dice these up and add them on top. It's just always nice to have tomatoes on hand. So these are 0 points. Then I got some mini cucumbers. So we were actually talking about how we want to do a couscous falafel bowl for lunch today, and so I wanted to make sure to grab some cucumbers. That's like one of my favorite ingredients to add in there for vegetables. I also really like to use these whenever we do like a poke bowl or a crab rangoon bowl. These are really good in there. They add a perfect crunch, and they're 0 points. We also like to use them in our dips. So when we get different dips, I'll show you guys later one of the dips that I really like to dip cucumbers into. Then for sesame noodles, I always get this. This is their shredded green and red cabbage mix with carrots. This also works really well for shrimp tacos if you want to make like a slaw or something with it, which actually it would be really good to do like a side coleslaw as like a side with burgers or something one night. So maybe I'll try that with this too, but mostly I use it for sesame noodles, and when I bought it this time, that's kind of what I had in mind. Then I got some zucchini. So we just needed zucchini for veggie mix and as like a side vegetable, same thing we always get. Then Adam was excited they had some mandarins this time. So we haven't had these in a while. He used to buy cuties all the time, and then we just took a break from it and started buying grapes more because he always needed like one fruit to bring to work. So he got some of these as just an easy snack to bring with him for work. I also like to have these every once in a while. I'm not always a huge fan of oranges, but it's a good 0 point option, especially when I want something sweet or refreshing. But then we also got grapes this time too. So this time we got the red seedless grapes, which I haven't seen them in a container like this. And you guys know I always say that I think they taste better when they're in a container like this. Maybe just because they're not as like smashed, I don't know. But I always like to just have grapes on hand now because I like to have them with breakfasts or lunches, and he likes them to bring to work. It's super convenient for him and 0 points. They're filling and a really good option. They just taste really good. We really don't get sick of grapes, and so being able to even switch between the green and red has helped. Okay, then I just got some yellow onions. I needed these for veggie mix, and then I think I'm gonna do some like sauteed veggies to put on burgers. I also got some Honey Crisp apples. They had a few other kinds. They did have the Cosmic Crisp, but I still just always go to the Honey Crisp. I like them both, but I definitely prefer the Honey Crisp if I can find it. Okay, and then we also got a thing of bananas. So like always, we get them for protein shakes. Adam takes one to work every day. Sometimes I just have them when I'm hungry as like a quick snack, and they're 0 points for us. Just a really good fruit option to always have on hand. Then I haven't gotten this before, but this is an asparagus saute. So it's pretty much just got diced up asparagus, onions, and mushrooms, which it's kind of similar to the green bean mix I like to make as a side. I think that I could make this all in one night, and then we'd have enough leftovers to use as a side a different night. But this is something that I would like to do with like pasta or burgers whenever we need a veggie side, because every time I make dinner, I try to pick one vegetable to incorporate at least. So if the main dish doesn't have like a good amount of veggies, I usually like to do like a side veggie dish, if that makes sense. Okay, moving on to some meat. So I got some ground chicken. I got 2 pounds of it. We had 99% lean turkey and 93% lean turkey last week, so I just wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit with the meats this week. Usually it's pretty easy to do that. I also have salmon in the freezer that I might be making, but this is 4 points for 4 ounces. It's 170 calories, 9 grams of fat, and 22 grams of protein. So it's a good high protein meat. I like to make chicken burgers, chicken meatballs, ground chicken with taco seasoning. There's a bunch of things I like to do with it, but pretty much the same thing every time I get it, and it's just a good high protein option. Then I also got some ground beef. So this is the 96% lean. This is only 3 points for 4 ounces, and usually I get 5 burgers out of the pound actually, so it goes down to 2 points per burger. But for the serving of 4 ounces, it's 130 calories, 4 grams of fat, and 22 grams of protein. So again, another high protein meat. I always get asked if we eat red meat. We don't eat it that often, but we do still incorporate it every once in a while. It's just that we find we actually prefer the chicken and turkey. We find it keeps us more full, it makes us feel better, and usually it's a little bit higher in protein. So it just depends what we have the taste for. I still like to buy the ground beef every once in a while, or like shaved steak, stuff like that, but this I'll probably make burgers with. Okay, so Adam saw this for the first time. We've never seen it before. It is a delicious smoked salmon. So it's seasoned cold smoked salmon. The whole packet is actually 0 points on WW when he scanned it. It's dill pickle flavored, and it says there's 4 slices in there. So for the whole container, which is 4 slices, it's 190 calories. It's got 10 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 22 grams of protein. So he likes to use this with either like 2 ingredient dough bagels, which I'll probably make some then this week so that he can have them with this, because then he could use like Laughing Cow, do a bagel with the salmon, and it's really good. Sometimes he'll have it with crackers, but he usually prefers the 2 ingredient dough. So I could even do like a 2 ingredient dough pita for him to pack with and bring to work. So he could just bring this whole pack with him, but 0 points. Okay, so we got some sriracha flavored baked tofu. I'm hoping it's not too spicy, but I think what we're gonna do is just cut it into cubes and air fry it, and then add it as an ingredient to bowls or something like that. But there are 2 blocks in there. 1 block is 4 points on WW. It's 170 calories, 9 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and 17 grams of protein. So another high protein option, and I'm excited to try it out with some rice in a bowl. And then my favorite, egg bites. So we each got one, but these are the cheese, spinach, and kale egg bites. It comes with 2 of them, and it's 2 points for the whole thing. It's 150 calories, 8 grams of fat, 7 carbs, and 12 grams of protein. And I just love these. I usually just microwave them. I think it's like 60 seconds that you microwave them for. Yeah, you can just do it in the packaging like this. And it's just a convenient breakfast when I want something quickly, if I like need to get to work on stuff. Usually I save it for when I have like a busy cookie day or something like that. So those are convenient to have in the fridge. I usually only buy us each one every time because they are like $3 for them, but really good. Then the main reason we went was for some cheese. So I always like to get the reduced fat shredded cheeses that they have. I got light mozzarella this time. This is 2 points for the serving of an ounce. It's 60 calories, 2 grams of fat, 3 carbs, and 7 grams of protein. And then I also got the light Mexican blend. So this is 3 points for the serving of an ounce. It is 80 calories, 4 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 8 grams of protein. So both of these I kind of just use interchangeably, whether it's for eggs, pizzas, pasta, anything I need cheese for, tacos, like pretty much anything I use these and it works well. And then I also got some sliced cheese. So this is my favorite now. And I've never been a huge fan of Swiss, but I love this Jarlsberg Swiss. It is 2 points for 1 slice, so it's slices like this. I think that they're pretty good size for like a slice of cheese, especially for reduced fat, and only 2 points. For 1 slice, it's 50 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 1 carb, and 7 grams of protein. So I like to use these for sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, and burgers. Okay, then the dip that I was talking about earlier. So this buffalo style chicken dip is so good with cucumbers dipped in it. And that way, those are 0 points. The dip is 3 points for 2 tablespoons. It is 60 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 3 grams of protein. So I haven't gotten this one in a while actually, but I really like it because it's more on the liquidy side. So a lot of the buffalo dips, because you guys know Adam's a pro with the buffalo dip, but a lot of the ones he gets are much like thicker and more like cream cheese. And this one's just like a little bit liquidier. So that's what I like about it. And I like to dip pretzel crisps and of course cucumbers in it, or even like tortilla chips, something like that. So that's always a good option to have, is just like a quick snack before dinner, or like a snack plate if I'm making that during the day. Then we also got the cauliflower jalapeno dip. So unfortunately I heard that this one is going to be discontinued, which really stinks because I buy this every single time we go to Trader Joe's and I just love it as a pasta sauce. It works so well, especially with hearts of palm. And so I'm gonna have to find a new replacement, which it's kind of similar to just using like Laughing Cow and some seasoning, but I just liked the convenience of this. So for the serving of 2 tablespoons, it's 40 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, 1 carb, 1 gram of protein, and it's 2 points for the serving of 2 tablespoons. Although sometimes when I use it in pasta, I do 3 tablespoons for 3 points, but it's a really good option, and I'm hoping they get maybe something similar that we can use, or maybe it just won't get discontinued and they'll change their mind, but we'll see. So then we got some sauces. This is Adam's favorite spicy taco sauce. He says it's very similar to Taco Bell mild sauce, but he just likes to use this when we make like chicken wraps or tacos or bakes or anything like that. and it's 0 points for the serving. Also got some sriracha. So this is similar to regular sriracha. Of course, it's the Trader Joe's brand, but it's not nearly as spicy, and so that's why I really enjoy it. I think it's a little bit more just like for the flavor, and so that's why I prefer it. It's 0 points on WW. I like to use it in my mac and cheese, my eggs, anything that I need sriracha for, sometimes when I do like spicy tuna. Okay, then we always, every single time we go to Trader Joe's, we get some diced tomatoes. So we just prefer these. We just like how they taste, and it's just a consistent thing we like to get. So I like to use these for different veggie mixes, or if we're doing any type of like Mexican dish. And then I also got some tomato sauce. So this is what I use whenever I do pizzas or pasta and I need a red sauce. It's really easy to just add some seasoning to it and make it pretty flavorful, and it's 0 points. Then we haven't gotten this in a while, but we really do enjoy it. I don't even think it went away or anything, we just haven't gotten it, but it is the Cowboy Caviar. So it's got corn, black bean, and pepper. It is a salsa, and it's really good. It's really flavorful. I like to put it on eggs or wraps, or even just like chicken or in bowls. For the serving of 2 tablespoons, it's 1 point on WW. It's got 25 calories, 1 gram of fiber, 6 carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. So if you like beans and corn and all that, it's really, really good, super flavorful. And I feel like that's more of like something I want in the summer. So maybe that's why I picked it out, because we're getting to warm weather. Then this is something that I always have in the freezer. So this is the organic jasmine rice. It is so convenient to have this because it's got 3 individual bags. Each bag has 2 cups in it. So whenever we don't have jasmine rice prepped in the fridge, I can just grab a bag of this, and then we have a perfect serving for Adam and I to split for a bowl or any type of dish we're gonna make. Or I like to use it if I'm making fried rice or Spanish rice and I just need a good amount of rice in there. I use a bag of this. So actually, when you enter the nutrition, it is 6 points for a cup, and we just now realized that. Someone had reached out and told me, and for some reason this was something that we never just double checked, and I mention that all the time, that we double check the label to make sure it matches up with WW in the app to make sure that the point value is right. So when we typed the nutrition in, it actually came up as 6 points for a cup instead of 5, which isn't a huge deal, but typically a cup of jasmine rice is 6 points anyway. I was just excited that this was a 5-point option. But anyway, it's just an easy microwavable thing that we have in the freezer for convenience. These are also another thing that I love to have in the freezer. They are their mini French baguettes. It is 3 points for one of them, 110 calories, 22 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of protein. And usually whenever we're making like a pasta or hearts of palm or something, we just pop these in the air fryer and then just have one on the side. A lot of times when I have pasta, I crave bread with it, which I feel like is just something I've been like conditioned. I feel like you always just have bread with pasta, like when you go places and stuff, and for dinner we used to always do that. And so this is a good lower point option. 3 points isn't that bad for one breadstick. It's really satisfying and they're really good. And like I said, it's really convenient that they're in the freezer, so it's not like I just have to have fresh bread on hand. I can just grab one out and pop it in the air fryer or whatever. Then my favorite chicken nuggets, these Trader Joe's gluten-free. So I'm not gluten-free, but I do like to buy these just because the breading is so good on them. They have like a kind of like garlicky flavor too as well, which I think is really good. But for the serving of about a quarter of the package, it is 200 calories, 6 grams of fat, 20 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 16 grams of protein, and 5 points on WW. So these are one of the chicken nuggets that I like to use as like on a breakfast burrito. So I will air fry like 1 or 2 of them and then cut it up with some eggs, veggie mix, cheese, and make like a breakfast burrito out of it. But also I like to just air fry these and have them in like ranch or something if we're doing like an appetizer night and I need some chicken. They also work well in just regular wraps or bowls. We haven't gotten this in a really long time. So this is the shiitake mushroom chicken, another freezer item. For the serving of a quarter of the bag, it's 2 points on WW. If you have half the bag, it's 5 points. So usually Adam and I just split the bag. We have it on rice or sesame noodles, and it's only 5 points for a good serving of chicken and veggies. It's 180 calories for 1 cup, which is a quarter of the bag, 8 grams of fat, 9 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, and 20 grams of protein. So really easy to just throw together. And a lot of times I'll add like an extra bell pepper in too to make it just even more veggies. And then sometimes we'll even get like 3 servings out of it and can save 1 for leftovers. And then it's even lower point. But anyway, it's just a really good option. Again, when I don't feel like cooking, if I have a busy cookie day or something like that and I just want a freezer meal, I can do this. I can add a little bit more like veggie to it and then also just have it on rice, and it's super easy to throw together. Okay, this is something new that I haven't gotten, but I figured I could either do like a pasta or a risotto with it. I think would be really good. It is a seafood blend. So it's 0 points on WW. It is a blend of shrimp, calamari rings, and bay scallops. So yeah, I think a pasta, like a seafood pasta would be so good with this, but it's 90 calories for a quarter of the bag, which is 2/3 cup, 1 gram of fat, 2 carbs, 18 grams of protein, and 0 points, like I said. So I'm excited because even that 18 grams of protein is a lot of protein for the serving. So this might be something I start buying more regularly if we really enjoy it, because I think that there's so much you could do with it. Okay, some more freezer stuff. So they didn't have frozen edamame last time we went, but they did this time. So I got 2 bags. This is their frozen shelled edamame in the freezer section. It is 0 points on WW. Such a good filling ingredient, and it's high in protein. So for a half a cup frozen, 0 points, 100 calories, 2 grams of fat. It's got 12 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 9 grams of protein. And this is just one of my favorite ingredients when I make any type of like stir fry, poke bowl, crab rangoon bowl, anything like that. It works really well with. And honestly, sometimes I even use it if I do like a Mexican style chipotle bowl. It's a good option that I can just toss in with it to make it more filling and higher in protein. Okay, we haven't gotten these in a while either. These are their organic veggie bites. So these are bite-sized tots with organic vegetables and sunflower seeds. This is something we really like to have as a side with burgers. So instead of having like fries or something, we'll make some of these. The serving for 6 pieces is 4 points on WW. It's 180 calories, 8 grams of fat, 22 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of protein. And we usually just pop them in the air fryer and have them as a side. They do scan very incorrectly. I feel like they scan as like maple syrup or something when you scan the barcode, but if you type the nutrition in, they're 4 points for 6 of them. Then another one of our favorite freezer items we've been buying every time, the artichoke timbales. I never know if I'm saying that right, but I'm guessing I am. I don't know. So they're pretty much just these little dishes with artichokes and cheese. They're so good. And we love to have them on appetizer night. So for one of them, it's 3 points on WW. It's 130 calories, 9 grams of fat, 7 carbs, 5 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of protein. And we like to just toss these in the oven to heat them up. Like I said, we'll be doing like other appetizers at once. So maybe I'll make some chicken nuggets, some of these, and then one other appetizer, and I just toss it all in the oven. It's a super easy dinner to throw together, but it's one that we really enjoy. And these lower point options help us to stay on track when we do that. So 3 points for one, and they're in the freezer section. Okay, then we had to get more falafel. We have been loving their falafel. We do really like the one from Costco, but we haven't been back there, so we just got this one again because it's in the freezer. It is fully cooked, ready to eat, vegan and gluten-free. For the serving of 3 pieces, it's 5 points on WW. It's 210 calories for that serving, 7 grams of fat, 30 carbs, 5 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of protein. And we've just been throwing them in the air fryer to heat them up. They work really well that way. It says you can also microwave them or toss them in the oven, but this has just been one of our favorite ingredients for bowls. So we do like a couscous bowl with cucumber, tzatziki, chicken, falafel, and it's just so good. Otherwise, this is something we just have as like an appetizer with appetizer night, like I was mentioning. So really like these, and they're in the freezer section as well. Okay, so that is it for freezer stuff. So the last of what we have, okay, I kind of am nervous about this because these were the last 2 boxes, but we just took them. These are their Thai wheat noodles that we love, and I'm hoping that they keep them going. I've heard that they were going to be discontinued. I think they were going to be in March, but they've kept them since. Or maybe it was May. I hope it wasn't May. Either way, we already have another box in the pantry, but I figured we'd get 2 more to stock up on because these are so convenient. They taste so good. It comes with 3 individual packs in there of these noodles, and each pack is 8 points on WW. One pack is 310 calories, 2 grams of fat, 63 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and 10 grams of protein. And it just works so well. You can just cook any vegetables up that go with it, a little bit of soy sauce, and then maybe like a chicken or a seafood, and it works so well. And it's such an easy meal to build. So these you pretty much just have to heat up for a couple minutes and then they're fully cooked, and so good. I highly recommend those. Then we also got some hearts of palm. So we ate our other boxes that we had, but this is 0 points for the whole box. So we each get our own. It's 60 calories for the whole thing, 13 carbs, 5 grams of fiber, and 3 grams of protein. And all it is hearts of palm shaped like linguine. So usually we like to toss it in the white sauce that I mentioned before, the cauliflower jalapeno, or red sauce, or any sauce that we have that works well with it, and then like some veggie mix and chicken sausage, and it is a full meal, very low point, and it's really good. If you like artichokes, I think you would really like hearts of palm. The thing is, it's supposed to be like a replacement for pasta. It's not exactly pasta, but it is still really good if you go into it not like thinking it's going to be exactly pasta. Okay, then I haven't gotten these in a while. So these are the giant Peruvian Inca corn snacks. They are so salty. They're so crunchy. They're very hard, but they're really good. And an ingredient that I love to add to my snack mixes. So for the serving of a third cup, it is 3 points on WW. It's 130 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 21 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 2 grams of protein. And like I said, just one of my all-time favorite salty snacks. They're so good. Okay, and then we've also really been liking their blue corn tortilla chips. So these are also 3 points for the serving of 14 chips, which is not bad, especially because I like to use these as a base for nachos. They have really good flavor and they work really well as nachos. So 3 points, 140 calories, 8 grams of fat, 16 carbs, and 2 grams of protein. It's got 1 gram of fiber, and another item that's very salty, but like really satisfying. It's a really good chip option and perfect for like dips or nachos. Okay, we haven't seen these before, but they are just lentil and chickpea crisps. So they're vegan and gluten-free. They are 5 points for 14 crisps, which is a little bit higher, but I figured that these would be good in dips like hummus. Actually, it says even tzatziki and hummus, so that would be good. Or just any of the dips we get. But for 14, it's 140 calories, 8 grams of fat, 13 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 5 grams of protein. So I'm excited to try those. They're just, like I said, lentil and chickpea crisps. Then I got some Bear Bells, so we needed more of these. I feel like I get the cookies and cream every single time because it's both of our favorite now. Although we do really like the new soft bars, I still really like cookies and cream. So the scan is 4 points. If you type in the info, they're 6 points. I usually just track them as 5 points. I have them saved in my phone as that, and that's just what works for me. It's 200 calories for one, 7 grams of fat, 20 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 20 grams of protein. So I love these. The cookies and cream flavor, I don't know what it tastes most like. I guess it's going for like a cookies and cream candy bar. The salty peanuts like a Snickers, caramel cashew, I don't even know. But I would say the newer, softer ones taste even more like a candy bar. I think the one tastes like a Three Musketeers bar. Anyway though, the last thing that we got this time, this Belgian cookie assortment. So it has lemon flavored waffle cookies, almond butter thins, and almond butter thins with strawberry flavored bits. For the serving of 6 cookies, it's 7 points on WW. It's 160 calories, 6 grams of fat, 23 carbs, 11 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of protein. I kind of just want to see what it looks like if it's all just individual packs. Okay, that's what oh wait, let's see what it looks like. But we're always just looking for like low point dessert options like this that would be good as like creamy mix-ins, or now we've been finding the jams that we like. So like even just a little bit of jam spread on this with some berries or whipped cream and berries. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's just like a 3 stack like this. So yeah, like these are the lemon ones. These would be so good for a creamy. Same with these, but I also think these would be good with like jam on it or something, or even like nuts and more. But this is just a little dessert option. We're always looking for new things to try. So that wraps up everything that we got from Trader Joe's today. A lot more than normal and so much new stuff. I'm actually really excited to eat a lot of this, but we're gonna do falafel for lunch, I think. So I'm gonna start making that soon, but I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next time.
Bye.